Ross, Dylan, we're all about ready to hit 1,000 subs on our YouTube channel. About damn time, right?
1,000 subs, man. This has been quite the adventure, and this is exciting. I hope everybody's following along with what we're doing, because this is how you naturally grow an account.
Speaking of exciting, we've got an amazing sponsor ad. Go to the Restream ad.
Like it.
Podcast is sponsored by Restream. Why live stream to one platform when you can simultaneously live stream to every platform to discover new audiences faster using Restream.io?
Your daily drop on gaming, live streaming, and social media today is Facebook gaming, channel features, everything you need to know to kind of improve your live streaming. We've talked a lot about Facebook gaming and strategies for it, but not necessarily how to take advantage of all the features that it actually offers. So, Mr. Perrin, this is 100% your area of expertise. Where do you want to start with this?
Let's start with the live dashboard, and I'm going to go over to screen share here. So on the live dashboard, there's some features here that we've actually never talked about on any of our streams of Facebook gaming, I realized. So I wanted to take at least one episode to hit those. And the first one, we've never talked about community management features on the platform. And that's mainly done through the moderator dashboard. I don't think we talked about this on any episode, Ross, at all. So
Nope.
I wanted to hit and show what's available, because I would really stumble through this when I first started. So, and I think we have covered like a single feature here. We talked about enable chat commands, and it looks like I'm gonna have to move me over here. Let's do this real quick.
Move in action.
Yeah. So enable chat commands. This is the one thing I have reviewed before. This is probably the most important thing to note in all of this. Is there is a chat command called !notify. I'll actually type it in here, but I won't enter it. If a user comes in and types !notify with no space, this means that they will follow the stream by doing that command. So you want to entice users to do that. But if you don't have chat commands enabled, that won't even be an option. So make sure that one of the first things you do is enable that. And the second thing is this moderator dashboard. This is where your moderators are going to do all their magic. So you have to know this so you can coach your moderators to help you, because Facebook gaming chats can get kind of spammy, at least from my experience. So you need moderators in there even pretty early on. And you can do that if you want to add a moderator by clicking this manage button here up top. And this will actually take you, let me double check and make sure I'm right about this. Actually, no, this takes you somewhere else than what I was going to say. But if you're looking for users to control or to ban, or you're trying to manage them, this is some way to access them if they haven't been in chat. Mostly, you're going to be going through chat, and you're going to be using commands using this the triple dot thing right next to each chat message. So this person, sorry, CJ, if you're watching by chance, you can hit the triple dot here, and it gives you these are all the options a moderator gets. You can ban them from the page, you can ban them from the stream, which would just ban them from that live stream, but they could still go to your page and engage on other content. You can mute them, which disallows them from typing for a certain amount of time, depending on what you pick, or you can report them. Let's say like someone was impersonating you, you couldn't report that. And you mostly use these three dots beside the chat comment that you want to mess with. Other than that, there's not a whole lot you can do. It's not super detailed yet, although there are features coming, and I'll get to that in a second.
Ooh.
But you've also got a profanity filter, which I have mine set to medium. I have not really played around with that much at all. And it lists your banned or muted users right here. You can also ban keywords. So if you have, like for me, I've got a lot of Filipinos coming in, and they'll try to get me to say bad words in their language, and I can just add them to the banned list, so I don't fall for that trap. I don't fall for that trap anyway. But
Have you ever?
Yeah. I did say once the first time I fell for it, but it was I actually played it into something that worked out really, really funny for the entire stream, because I'm savvy like that. So
Nice. There you go.
So it actually ended up being
really
kind of a cool experience at the time. But anyway, so there's not a whole lot here for a moderator to be able to do. There's no chat bots yet, but Facebook is testing those. with partners currently. So you'll notice that some of the major Facebook gaming streaming partnered creators have chatbots that they're testing, and those are going to do things like what Nightbot does or Streamlabs bot does for Twitch. They're going to help you with moderation, with automated replies and things like that. In order to add a moderator, you got to come over to your page roles section, which is under settings on your page. It's under settings, it's under page roles, and you want to add a community manager. Here, you type in their name or their email. If you're typing in their name, that means you have to have them added as a friend on Facebook, and you can add them in this way. You can also assign other page roles if you want someone to help, edit your content, or you want an advertiser. These are just typical features of Facebook normally, even if you're not a Facebook gaming creator. But if you're going, you don't want to add a moderator down here on assign a new page role. You want to add a community manager up here at the top in this area for your Facebook gaming page. So I think I hit everything there. Let me just double check and make sure. So again,
what's your process of picking moderators?
I pick people who are dedicated to the stream. They have watched me for a long period of time, and they already are showing, they're already helping out in a moderator way. For example, when I do giveaways, they were helping reply to users and say, hey, make sure you follow these steps to enter. Or they're already guiding users in a way that I want them to be guided. So they're already showing kind of a leadership from a moderator standpoint. And then they're there for every stream. So I don't have to ask them to, hey, show up for all these streams because I need a moderator, because I know they're already going to be there for one. They already like the content. They're already being helpful in chat. And the last thing that I kind of look for is when chat goes south, like when people start, when a troll comes in and shakes things up or something like that, they respond with a level head. That's an important one too. So
yeah, that's insanely important.
Because normally if you have a moderator, and I've run into this far in the past, I've learned this years ago, not this time around. If you have a moderator who gets tilted easily, when a troll comes in there and baits your moderator into being salty or negative, and then your moderator does that too, then that's a really, really kind of a bad look for your stream as a whole, and it changes the chat dynamic into something a lot more toxic that could have easily been solved by having a level-headed moderator. So that's probably an important thing too, that you don't really know until you see them weather that storm. So that can be one that you might not be sure about when you pick someone and you want to see. So, okay. What do we have next on the list, Ross?
You mentioned stars. Let's talk about stars for a second.
Okay. Let's go back to screen share. And I think we've mentioned this before. Move me over here a little bit. And you can kind of see it on my screen over here on the right. There's a lot here, so I'll highlight this section over here. But this bonus, this is a new feature they just released. And I mentioned it, I think, in a previous podcast, but here we can actually see it entirely in action. Bonus milestones. So Facebook is paying, and I'm not a partner on Facebook, I'm just a level up creator. They're paying level up creators extra stars for hitting milestones. And I don't know what they will be every other time, but at least this first time, they gave out 3 milestones to hit. The first one, if you hit 75 stars, you get a bonus 25 stars, which is not a lot. That's actually like 25 cents in US dollars. The second milestone, you had to hit 12,500 stars received to get an additional 2,500 stars, which is $25 USD. And then the last one, and there are none after this, if you hit 25,000 stars received, you got 5,000 stars, which is $50. So they gave me the equivalent of $75 additional dollars this month for having hit these milestones. I don't know if it will be, I would like to see them extend this. I would like to see them have more milestones per month, but right now it looks like their limit is an additional $75 per month for these milestone tiers per creator. I don't know if this is more expanded for partners or not, but this is what it looks like for level up creators.
So this is only like a monthly thing. It's not like every day, or every stream you get 75, then they're just throwing you money.
Yeah, it's not every day. So this
Okay.
one is if I hit it before September 30th. So that's just this month. Although I do think this tier started in late August, so it's been a little bit over a month, if I recall, I think. So I'm not sure. I think it'll just be monthly from here on out, and you have like 1 month to hit as many of the milestones as you can, capped at, it looks like the 3, and capped at a total of a bonus of $75. So it's not crazy. But I mean,
it's still 75 bucks is 75 bucks. You know, that's a night out that can cover your restream cost.
Yeah, I mean, it's $75 from Facebook that I wasn't giving before. I didn't have to do anything different. And kind of the cool thing that it helped me do was I could talk about the milestones on my stream, and that actually got me. That's how I completed them. As I talked about the milestones, I said, "Hey, I had a big star donator come in. He dropped like a good many stars, and I was saying, oh wow, you just helped me hit my 2nd star milestone." And then they were like, "Do you have another milestone?" And I said, "Yes, I do. Here's what it is." And he dropped a bunch more stars on me. So,
oh, that's cool.
Being able to talk about it as a feature helps, I think, entice users to help you hit that goal. So I think that's the real benefit of it, is it allows you to talk about stars in a more goal-oriented way. And also, it's pretty cool of Facebook to be, think about how many level up creators there are out there. They're willing to offer $75 per month to all of these creators. I mean, that's more than Twitch has ever done, right? They're actually like,
to say the least.
They're like, it's like a little bonus for everybody. I know it's not a crazy amount of money, but I think the feature is super cool. We'll see where it goes from here. I would like to see them expand to more milestones, because I crushed this one. I crushed all of them. So would like to see them expand to at least like one that would be hard for me to achieve at that level, and see what is possible then. So, but this was just the first round of them testing it. So this is literally the first month of them testing this bonus milestones feature. We'll see where it goes from here. I hope that they've got great plans for this.
I do too. I think it's a good idea anytime you can incentivize anyone, and also incentivize it in a way like you just said, where you can actually get your audience in on it. I think that's a good recipe for success. But I also agree with you. I think eventually they will add more milestones. It just seems like if people are not people, but if you crushed it this easily, then you're not going to have much trouble crushing a heavier one. Let's talk about channel breaks.
Channel breaks. Okay, so this one, I have an article up here on Social Media Today.
Great website.
Yeah, we actually get a good bit of, if you guys are into social media or keeping up to date, I would actually recommend this website. It's one of the more comprehensive ones to at least get a start of what's going on. So live breaks, these I don't have yet, so I can't really show you anything specifically. These are only for creators. Facebook has been testing basically mid-roll, pre-roll ads, or an image that appears below the stream. So here are the different iterations. It's a pre-roll ad. It's either a pre-roll, a mid-roll, or an image ad that appears below the stream as it airs. So, and these are controlled by the Facebook creator partnered streamer. They can choose when they want to enact these advertisements. And this is just so that they could earn more revenue on their stream by showing ads and showing these ad breaks. And there's another interesting thing here, and this comes on kind of the eve of like Twitch really messing this up lately. We'll get to that in a second. But these mid-roll ads are designed differently, and in this picture, it's kind of blurry and not great. But as you can tell, the ad is big right here, but the stream is still visible in the upper right. Actually, I think Twitch does this too now, but it's still visible in the upper right, so you can see what's going on, so you don't miss anything if it's a crucial moment. But you're probably not going to miss anything because it's a crucial moment, because the creator chooses when to execute this ad break, and they're calling them live breaks. So I think this is pretty cool. It's very similar to what Twitch already has. They're still testing these. They have mentioned that they wanted to combo these with like a channel trailer combined there too. So if it was going to play multiple ads during the break, it would play like one ad, it would play your short channel trailer, and then it would play like another ad, and then it would go back to your stream. I don't know what the purpose of that would be, other than to get your branding out there too, but that's something that they mentioned. I don't know if it's in the current iteration, though. I don't think it is in the current iteration, actually. So yeah, what's your take on this, Russ?
Well, what's the overall feel on the channel breaks on Facebook so far? Just more along the lines thinking of, and we'll talk about this at another time, definitely. But we've seen where Twitch has started introducing new ad features in there, and just based on what I saw on social media, that did not go over well at all. So, how is Facebook doing something similar being viewed?
I think it's the same as like the current ad breaks are for Twitch. Like most creators aren't doing much with it because you get kind of a negative brand look as a creator by throwing out a bunch of ads. I think smarter creators find a way to mix them in when they're already going to take a break. They're already and they're going to step away, and they tell their audience, "Hey, I'm going to play some ads. It supports the stream." Like for me, I wouldn't do this until I'm much bigger. There's no point. I would never run ad breaks while I'm like small to medium size and growing. I would wait until I'm actually large to do this. Tell your users you're going to play some ads. They know it's to support you as a creator. They know you're making money off of it. They're pretty savvy. If not, I would tell them so that they know you're not forcing them just to arbitrarily watch ads. By you doing an ad break, it actually supports you as a creator. And I think if you go from that, it works out well. The general sentiment, though, I actually have not watched any creators on Facebook Gaming use this feature, so I actually don't know the answer to that question. I imagine it would be similar to Twitch. Since they're controlled, it's fine. It's as soon as they become automated, like Twitch just did with mid-roll breaks, that becomes an issue because then whatever action is going on in your stream arbitrarily gets interrupted without your control, and there's nothing you can do about it, and there's nothing the viewers can do about it, and that makes them upset. So as long as these are controlled, they're fine. In addition, it looks like I thought I read it here somewhere. I can't really find it now. They're looking for they're also testing ways for creators to monetize the replay broadcast of the stream, and for the video version of the stream as well. Right now on Facebook, the video version of your live stream doesn't do a whole lot after it's not live anymore. So being able to monetize it after the fact would be nice, because right now you can't. Right now you can't. At least as me as a level up creator, I can't do anything to monetize the video version resulting from a live broadcast. It's just a video that's like doesn't do much really. So I'd love to see that come into play and see them test that. They're testing all these features with partners currently, with different ones, and they're rolling them out as they like them, and they're trying to feel out the sweet spot for advertising without breaking the space. Where Twitch is making some dangerous plays there. I think Facebook's being much more careful about what they're doing here. I just pulled up an example there of what those ads look like. The last thing I think we had on the list was channel raids. Did I miss anything else?
Yes, channel hosting, channel raids. Let's talk raiding.
Okay, so unfortunately, I can't show this. I was going to take some screenshots of it, but that doesn't really do it justice. What I can show is the live dashboard, though. So let's go back to the live dashboard, because this is where it happens. Channel raids are automatically built into Facebook Gaming, and there's a whole bunch here that I'm mostly speculating about because I don't know the answers, but I have some experience with it. In order to host or raid a stream, all you have to do is end your broadcast. So normally over here, where right now it says in mine, I'll highlight the box for you all. It says latest stream here, right here. In this box where you normally would set up the live stream or click go live, while you're live, there's a button there that says end stream. And when you click that end stream button, which would appear like somewhere right around here where the setup live one is, it's a red button. And you click that, instead of it immediately ending your broadcast, it brings a pop-up window up that has a list of streams that you can send your audience to. And it's about, I think it's always 9 streams, 9 or 10, I think. I've counted a couple times, and most of the time it's been 9, One of them is always you for some reason, so that's a wasted slot because obviously you can't rehost yourself. I think they do that though, so you can compare and see like what your thumbnail and it shows your concurrent viewers on there. I think it's to show how many viewers you currently have, so you'll have an idea of how many you're sending to a different destination, and then it chooses 8 other creators from your game category to host. And I've been trying to figure out how it chooses these game creators, and there's a bunch of criteria I know, but I don't have like guaranteed wisdom or words from Facebook Gaming themselves. This is just from my experience. So if you follow other gaming streamers in that game category, so let's use Mobile Legends as an example because I'm always streaming Mobile Legends. Let's say I follow like 2 other Mobile Legends streamers, and they're both streaming while I end my stream, they will appear in that list, and they should appear in the front of the list. I've only had like one instance where there has been somebody I follow, they've been streaming and they did not show up on the list. But I don't think that's actually supposed to happen. I think whoever you follow, it prioritizes those and puts them in front. Then after that, it picks the top stream in your category at that given time and puts that there for sure. And I'll get to that in a second. And then it chooses, after that, it chooses a bunch of tiny streamers, really, really small streamers after that. Normally it fills out the rest of like 4 to 5 tiny streamers. Sometimes it picks more top streamers. If there's multiple ones, it can go up to like 2 or 3, and then it'll fill out with tiny streamers. What it doesn't really pick up is the mid-level streamers really much at all. So take that for what it's worth. Your experience may vary. These are all just by observation, so they're not really fact. It's a little bit more speculative, so take it with a grain of salt. Anyway, I've been trying to figure out what the algorithm for this is, and I wanted to cover this in our algorithm episode, but we didn't get a chance. Clearly, it takes who you follow into account. It definitely takes the top streamer, and definitely tries to prioritize new streamers too. I think if you're a brand new streamer to the game category, you get priority treatment in this list. I've noticed when I was brand new in Mobile Legends, I got rated a lot. I noticed as over time I've been playing the game reliably every day, I get rated a lot less. I no longer appear in that list for a lot of people anymore, even though I'm growing, even though my stream is getting bigger. Mostly because I probably fit in the mid-level streamer category, which I think algorithmically is the worst in that section. So from that list, you pick one of those streams and you hit end stream from there, and it counts down 20 seconds, sends your audience to that stream, and then it ends your broadcast. So also what it found, and I've had this confirmed from other Facebook gaming creators too, they've said that this happens. When you click end stream and you choose a stream to send people to, if it's not the top streamer, it will take a percentage of your viewership, and instead of sending it to the stream that you chose, it will send it to the top streamer instead.
Wait, why is that?
I don't know. That's weird. That's one of the things about Facebook gaming that I've seen people leave Facebook gaming over. Is that feature right there. They don't like this idea of feeding the beast, feeding the #1 streamer. They're already #1. What's the point, right? But Facebook gaming has designed it so that everybody who and basically anybody who's ending their broadcast on Facebook gaming from the live dashboard from Creator Studio is channel rating for the most part. I mean, you can choose not to, but it's like why do that when it's a built-in feature automatically, pretty much.
Right.
So most people when they end their broadcast are sending their viewers somewhere else, and the top streamer of that game category is put into a position where every user who's ending broadcast is pretty much getting users funneled to the top guy, right? So I think they're doing this so they can create huge stars on their platform. I mean, I'd love to get your take and see why you think, Ross, but I think they're trying to create huge stars because they need big, noteworthy stars to start making a name for themselves on Facebook gaming so that they can start to market Facebook gaming better. And I think this is why this feature exists, but I've seen other creators actually leave the platform because they feel that this feature particularly is really, really unfair. I will say I don't know if it's 100% of the time that this happens. I don't know if it's like 25% of the time. I don't know how often this splitting occurs, but it does occur at least sometimes. So it does seem unfair. I don't really like it. I have other streamers who I follow who are like mid-level or around my area that I've been trying to support directly, and my audience likes them too, and they want to be sent to that streamer afterwards, and then they end up going to like the #1 streamer even though they didn't want to, right? So what's your take here on this, Ross?
I feel like the best explanation is what you said, is they're trying to create some kind of star, or even just bring more attention to bigger personalities on there, which doesn't really make much sense, because I feel like there are 100 other ways to do that more successfully than going through channel hosting and rating to do it. Yeah, it seems a little unfair. I can understand why people are upset about it. As far as leaving the platform over it, I don't think I'd be that upset over it. I like the idea of sending followers. I like the idea of what they're doing by having the lower tier streamers at the bottom to kind of give them a chance to get an audience. But if that's not how it plays out, if you try and send it to someone and it sends your audience somewhere else, then at that point, what's the point of even having the feature?
Well, I mean, it sends some people over. It just splits it. It splits it, and I don't know what the split is. I don't have any. I'm really hard. It's gonna be really hard to figure out exactly how that's working, right? It's at least like a 50-50 or something like that. So you can still send some people to where you wanted them to go, but especially for me, like at the end of my stream, I communicate where they're gonna go, so they know. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna raid this other streamer. Let's show them some love, and then like they end up at like some other streamer. That's kind of weird. Like,
yeah, well, it also, and I doubt this is the case, but one thought that'd be going through my head is, if people who are unfamiliar with how the platform works thinks that you are the one that is sending them, it's like essentially be like Andrew Perry sitting here like, hey, let's go listen to this Coldplay song, and then half your viewers have to listen to a Britney Spears song. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And I can see a situation where people who are unfamiliar with the platform are then like, why didn't Andrew Perrin send me this Britney Spears song, or send me to this streamer that I've never seen before and that he's never talked about? It just doesn't make much sense. I think there are probably very far and few in between, but there are some cases where I can see people would actually get upset with you over this. So the feature, I like the idea of the feature, but if you're not going to fully commit to going to where the host wants you to go, it just seems a little pointless to even have it on there.
It falls back to not living on expectations, right? So
right.
It's like it's kind of a bit deceptive, and that can really like break some people's trust with you. Maybe even the streamer, like you said, that could be dangerous. Despite that, I do think that having the channel hosting and rating feature so ingrained and built into the live streaming process as a whole is brilliant, the way they've done it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Comparatively to Twitch, where like I didn't really raid people on Twitch until like a long time, and just because I just didn't build it into my routine for whatever reason, I didn't really have that high of a concurrent viewership or whatever, so I didn't really feel that super useful. And I feel like there's a lot of streamers on Twitch who don't channel raid at the end. I would suffice to say, at least half, and that's a total guess, but if you think about that, everybody on Facebook Gaming is rating at the end, or I mean, I would say a much higher percentage, probably 90% or so, because it's right there. It's part of the ending the stream process automatically. So the way they built it in, channel raids help support other streamers. They help bring new creators to new audiences by sharing them around. It's a really, really powerful growth feature, and we know that because of how effective it is on Twitch in the past. So the fact that they've built this in so ingrained into just a normal process, I think it's going to really help a lot of creators grow on Facebook Gaming, despite it sending maybe half of them to the top streamer or whatever. Maybe that'll help the platform grow too, because it'll help make bigger stars at the end of the day. I haven't lost followership, or I haven't lost viewers from that feature. I haven't really experienced any like really negative effects from it. Do I think it's deceptive? Sure. Did I want to send my followers there? Maybe not really, but they don't hate me for it. I haven't gotten any negative backlash for it or anything like that. But I have seen other Facebook gaming creators react to it very negatively and even leave the platform over it. So I think it's one of the features, and there are actually many features up for debate on Facebook Gaming. They've implemented a lot of them in a very, very tasteful way. This one, it looks great. In practice, it's great. That little detail is a bit weird. We'll see if they continue to do something like that. I don't know. Anything else? Any other features we could cover? This was the episode to get all the bonus stuff, features we've never gotten to talk about before.
Yeah, I don't. As of right now, I don't think there are too many other ones that we can hit on. But as we know, this is an ever-growing industry, so there's always going to be new things to talk about eventually as they come out. And especially, I'm really interested to learn more about this channel hosting and rating to see actually how it performs for both parties involved. I think that's gonna be an interesting play for Facebook Gaming moving forward.
Yeah. So for you in chat, for those Facebook gamers out there who are trying this, and we'll wrap it up here. Test out this feature. Let us know what you think. Take a good look at who appears in those 9 slots, and give us some feedback in the video of this, maybe on YouTube or in our next stream chat. Ross, can you get us out of here?
Oh, I can get us out of here. Help us get 1,000 subs today. Let's go make that happen. That would be awesome. We're what, 10 away, Perrin?
5 now, I think.
5 away? Oh my gosh. We are just growing at such an extraordinary rate. All right, this was your Daily Drop. Full replays are on YouTube. Go there if you missed it and watch it. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get us to 1,000. You can also listen on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever podcasts are available. We will be back tomorrow, hopefully with 1,000 subs. Happy creating.
And don't forget, we've got Restream. I don't know if I can do this as good as AWOL because he's not here today.
You need a studio shot. Where's your studio shot?
I don't have a studio shot right now, but we'll have to get one. So we simultaneously broadcast on Twitch, DLive, Facebook, Trovo, YouTube, and Twitter via Periscope, all with Restream.io. They're an amazing sponsor. Go check them out. And if you want to Restream too, use our code DROP25. Is DROP25 right?
Yes, it is. Drop25.
My code, my personal code is different. So if you go to Restream.io and use when you check out with a subscription with DROP25, drop25, you will get a discount on your subscription there if you want to multi-stream too. Thank you, Restream. Thank you, audience. Take care, everybody. So long.